Welcome to Dram Fine Whiskey. My name is Matt, and today we're cracking open a cracking bottle of Irish whiskey, often hailed as the quintessential best example of Irish whiskey you can get on the market while still being at a very approachable price point. Redbreast 12. Now, before I get into the history of this whiskey, let me get into the glass so I can breathe a minute. Now, I have heard people say that for every year it's been in the barrel, you should leave it a minute in the glass. But I don't think you want to listen to me talk for 12 minutes, so I think I'll keep this a bit brief, but I'll let it breathe a bit. Now, Redbreast is made by Middleton, the same people who make Middleton Very Rare, Jameson, Powers, Green Spot, Method and Madness, the list goes on. But due to the fact that this is a single pot still whiskey, all those whiskies can and are all completely different. Single pot still is the style that's unique to Ireland, and it makes for a very, very unique whiskey. I've yet to find someone who doesn't like something about Redbreast, whether it's the oak notes of it, whether it's the dried fruit, the slight nuttiness from the sherry, whether it's the single pot still mouthfeel, that spiciness, that oiliness, whether it's just the fact that it's a really great, smooth whiskey. There is something in this bottle for everyone to enjoy. Now, let's get to it. There is a reason this is often hailed as the quintessential Irish whiskey, the one that anyone can get into, that can be actually just an example of what Irish whiskey is all about. Like, it bursts out of the glass with that buttery shortbread sweetness, that dried fruit note from the sherry influence, that vanilla underneath it, the citrus peel. Like, it's a really fantastic whiskey. Like, it really smooth, approachable, with a nice depth of flavour that just kind of evolves as you get to know it more. As you go back for your second, your third sniff, you're going to find more about it that you'll like, that you'll love, and you just want to get into it. On the palate, a classic pot still mouthfeel really does kind of coat your mouth, let you enjoy everything about it. The biscuit notes are there with that kind of like a dried fruit preserve. You can think of like a really rich buttery scone with some rich jam on top of it. That's what always reminds me about this. There's a little bit of an almondy, kind of a nutty note to it. It's really just like it's one of those whiskies that just sits with you and you just really have to enjoy it. And on the finish, this whiskey just goes and goes and goes. I'm always surprised. Like, it is at 40%, which is a relatively low proof. It's the minimum it can be proofed down to and still be classed as whiskey. But it carries such depth of flavour. It carries such that rich pot still mouthfeel. It really does hang around. That spice biscuits. It's really great whiskey. It's complex. There's a lot to find in there. There's a lot you can go back for. You can keep going back to this whiskey. You can keep enjoying it over time. It's not that one note. It does evolve. It does change. You can kind of enjoy it over the course of a long drink. Redbreast is actually one of the reasons I started this whole project. I have been talking to a few friends who were giving out that, a craft beer is €5, but a bottle of whiskey is €60. It's so expensive. And I pointed out, for the price of 12 craft beers, you could get a bottle of Redbreast, which is 20 drinks, and it is a fantastic whiskey. So really, it doesn't compare. Redbreast is one of those classic Irish whiskies that if you call yourself a whiskey drinker and you haven't tried Redbreast, you're not a whiskey drinker. Like, it really is the epitome of what Irish whiskey can be. It's not the best whiskey in the world. It's not pretending to be the best whiskey in the world. It's just going to be a really solid example of what Irish whiskey is all about. And if you have not tried it yet, very much encourage you to try it out. And that's about all there is to say about that whiskey. I mean, it's great. I recommend anyone to try it out. If you like this video, give me a quick thumbs up. Let me know what in the comments below. If there's any whiskies you want to see me try in the future, if you want me to change up the format of these videos, I'm still only starting. If you want more of the history or less of the history, if you want more tasting notes, less tasting notes, let me know and I'll get back to you. I have a new review coming out every Wednesday, a new cocktail recipe every Friday. If you'd like to stay notified of those, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below if there's a whiskey you'd like to see me tackle in future, if there's a cocktail you'd like to see me make. Other than that, sláinte.